Well, let me just start with the beginning in mind. So, education historically has been based off of, in curriculum, everything in education, curriculum, classroom structure, expectation of students. School culture has been based off of college down. So it's all about college readiness. And the truth is that it should be flipped on its head. The pyramid should be flipped on its head, and it should be about all those great things that are happening in early childhood, social emotional development, all those things as foundations, and then feeding back up. And so that's why, so back in the day, like early 1900s, that's why kids were able to spell like really high level words and all that, because they saw them as mini adults. And the truth is that now we know a lot more about kids developmentally and just kind of how they process things. And so there needs to be a lot more in mind about some of the basic things that kids need in their lives in order to learn. And so I feel like that is some of the biggest disconnect right now happening in curriculum, in school structure and all that. And when those things are in place, you can see it. When those pieces for social emotional development, when there is people keep in mind how kids connect, how they interact, how they process, you can see it, and then kids thrive.
One of the challenges is just making decisions. Like, I suck at making decisions. And so, I don't know, just figuring out like what's best for me in my life at the moment. And also trying to find my complete self. So like as I get older, of course, I'm going to learn more things about myself and like just learning how to adapt to that.
I would have had an
You
answer
are
for
in
you
high
when I entered Mosaic, but Mosaic has changed that and has made me think about what I actually want to do, as opposed to
What made that?
really, more than anything else, I've learned about myself and who I am and who I want to be.
That's it.
I think that I was more afraid to like show my passions, and I was afraid of judgment, and I was more like stuck in a box because of like traditional school.
Who are you now?
I feel like I'm not just like a fill in the bubble person, but like I'm able to show my talents and use them and not be afraid to get judged, and I'm just open.
That's awesome. And who do you hope to become?
I hated school. I didn't skip school because my mom wouldn't let me, but I probably just sat there. I paid attention because like my mom really wanted me to get good grades, but like I didn't soak up all the information I could. Like if I had a test on something or if I learned something that had a test on it, I would probably forget it within a week because it just wasn't stuck on my mind. So yeah.
Who are you now?
In the difference that I had between my two schools since I just moved here, I did brain training, and I think that impacted me to try and learn more, and there are lots of things that I learned more about that I had no idea. So brain training really helped me, but I like math now, and in school, or in my old school because it was public, I just hated math. It was like the worst time of the day, and I was dreading it every single day. And now it's like I like doing it because it's fun. I can figure out challenges or things that I didn't get to do before, instead of just working through a workbook like you got this right, you got this wrong, you need to work on this, or it was really not even work on this. You're bad at this, you're good at this. And it was just not helpful to me to learn what to do next. Well, I want to be someone that, because I love doing art, and I love, creating things, and so I don't exactly know what I want to do when I'm older, but I, know that it has to be something creative. But, for me, I'm a sports player, and so I can't sit in an office all day writing checks or doing stuff like that. So I know that's one of the things I can definitely not do.
I was a very different person. See, when I first started in, I'm at old school. I wasn't a great student, I'll be honest. I would get bored because the math teacher would, one kid would be like, I don't know the answer. And so the teacher would take 30 minutes to explain it. And then I'd just be like, I'm bored. And I would completely zone out. And then I would miss something that I actually needed to know. And so I wasn't really smart at all, or considered smart by grade standards at my old school. And now that I've come to Anastasis, I really became a different person who's much more excited about learning and appreciates it a lot more.
Cool.
Right now, I still don't know who I am. I'll just be good at that. But I've become a different person who cares more about my own education, and at this place I feel I can just get more of what I need to know rather than, and I'm not bored anymore. I'm just more excited to learn nowadays.
Who do you
I don't know. I didn't really think I was good at anything, and I just felt like not very talented or anything like that. But I feel like Anastasis really helped me to expand what I like to do. I don't know, but I want to do something that I can wake up every day and be glad that I'm doing it.
I want to be a neurosurgeon when I grow up, and that's kind of going with my sister again because she wanted to be one, and she kind of inspired me and showed me how cool it is. I've grown, I think, because I've learned to get out of my box, and I used to think that I was, but then when I came here, I got to have a lot of more creative freedom, and I got to learn more.
Cool.
I feel like I'm more creative, and I can learn really more easy.
I was a girl who hated school, and I just hated the concept of it. Like, I would fake sick to not to go to school, or go to the nurses every day and be sent home. But I've grown in like myself and kind of my creativity, and so and learning too, because I've grown to be more mature at this school and learn how to have a discussion with an adult without kind of just saying it on paper or something or handing it, you know.
Who are you now?
I want to see growth from here to high school, and this school lets me see that and let me accomplish that. And so I feel like I just want to grow more in everything, every subject, and not just a subject, but life too. I am like I said, I'm way more mature, and I feel like this school lets me just be who I am and not kind of what society tells me I should be. And so, yeah.
Can you give a couple words to describe yourself?
When I started, I was like an average kid that just did homework and same old projects. But now I came here, and it's all different and better. At my old school, I was like just an average person, but now I can stand out to all my friends.
Who I was when I first started, like I wasn't as accepting of other people. Yeah.
And who are you?
I hope to become someone who can help others.
What do you want to do as an adult?
I'm like more open and understanding of other cultures now.